Covalent Bonds is a superhero woman with divine water powers. She has a rival out of jealousy and rage named Photosynthesis. Her rival made a deal with another villain named Attraction. Photosynthesis and Attraction plotted to take down Covalent Bonds, but Attraction saw how pure-hearted Covalent Bonds was, so Photosynthesis was left alone to fight the superhero. The story begins after intro.
Chapter 13. Photosynthesis Breaking Point. The news put Water Woman on television again, saying how she is the #1 woman in America. Brittany had enough. She put on her supervillain suit and took off to find Attraction. Later, after everything settled down, Karina tracked down the news reporter named Melanie and asked her for help with trying to find Attraction's family. Melanie said, "Okay, yes, I would do anything to help you save the day." Karina replied, "Thank you, Melanie." She said that with relief, and Melanie said, "No problem, I will let you know when I find something." Two cops were driving Nathan to the police station. "Hey Mike, what you plan on eating for lunch today?" The other cop said, "Really? We were just about to die, how could you be thinking about eating at a time like this?" The first cop replied, "I don't know. I'm hungry, and your body doesn't wait on no one, no matter what the situation is." The cop Mike said, "Yeah, I guess you're right, but first we gotta get this guy to the police station." The first cop said, "And Nathan, you thought you were all cool until you got caught. See, this is what's wrong with you criminals. You think you guys are untouchable, but you're not. You see where you at? In the back of our cop car." As the cop was paying attention to Nathan, he wasn't watching the road, so Photosynthesis saw her opening point and got into position. She bent her knees, summing up the strength she had deep within, and launched herself at the side of the police car, folding it in half while flipping it on its side. The cop Mike said, "Oh crap, what happened? What hit us?" The first cop said, "It felt like we just got hit by a wrecking ball." Photosynthesis manipulated the oxygen around the area and made the two cops pass out by taking the oxygen from them. She walked toward the side of the car and jumped on top, ripping off the side door where Nathan was at. You could tell she had incredible strength by how far the car door flew. The car door flew a football field length across the area. She picked Nathan up with one hand with a breeze. He's a 6'2", 230-pound man. As Photosynthesis was holding him upwards in the air with one arm from out of the car, she was telling him a plan. "I need your help, Nathan. I need you to help me to get rid of Water Woman." Nathan replies, "Why would I do something like that especially for you?" Photosynthesis reply, "I know a lot of things. I am a very knowledgeable woman, and I have many resources. I know the man you're looking for. I will give you his name and where to even find him. If only you help me first." "Why? You seem like a strong woman. You could handle Water Woman by yourself," said Nathan. Photosynthesis said, "No, if you do it, I won't have to get my hands dirty now, would I? And plus, don't you want the man who killed your family?" Nathan grew enraged instantly when she said that. He was about to attack, but Photosynthesis squeezed his neck a little tighter, making it hard for Nathan to breathe. He quickly gained control and looked with a powerful stare, warning Photosynthesis to back off. She put him down and said, "Tell Water Woman to meet you in this alley." She walked away from Nathan, turning her back with confidence on him. As she was walking past a crowd of people, a man said, "I'm calling the cops." Photosynthesis turned his way and said, "Call the cops." Then she punched the guy with minimum to no effort, knocking him back into the wall. The cops arrived at the scene. Nathan and Photosynthesis were gone. It was around 7 p.m. that night. The cops asked to witness what happened. The woman explained, "I was hiding. A lady named Photosynthesis ambushed the police that was driving Attraction. She knocked the police car on its side and ripped the door, pulling Attraction out of the car. He asked, 'Who are you?' She replied, 'I am Photosynthesis.' Attraction said, 'What do you want?' Photosynthesis told, 'I want to help you if you can help me.' Attraction asked, 'How could you possibly help me?' Photosynthesis said, 'I know the guy you're looking for. I know his name and where he's at right now,' and she showed Attraction a picture of the man he was looking for. Attraction asked, 'What do you need me to do?' Photosynthesis answer: I need you to take out Water Woman. So the cops said thank you. We will let Water Woman know before it's too late, but the cops couldn't get to her in time. Chapter 14. Covalent bonds versus photosynthesis. The next day Melanie called Water Woman and told her she found Attraction's family and where their location is. Karina was happy that she could tell Attraction that they found his family. Melanie got on the news and said, "Attraction meet Water Woman downtown today at 6 p.m. Brittany was smiling because she finally thought she was about to get rid of Water Woman. "Where is Attraction? I told him to meet me downtown," Karina said. "Wait, is that him? I wonder why he's over there in that dark alley." "I'm not falling for this again," Karina said. She walked over into the dark narrow alley on guard, where she met Attraction. "Attraction, what are you doing here? Why are you in this dark alley?" Karina felt a thump in the back of her head. Her body went numb, her mind blacked out, falling to the ground, hitting the cold gravel pavement. Coming back from the hit in the back of her head, she opened her eyes as much as she could, still fighting off the impact from the back of her head. She tried hard to regain focus. Her eyesight was out of focus. She was seeing two of everything. She asks Attraction, "Why are you doing this?" Attraction said, "She is using me, forcing me to do her bidding. It's the only way that I can find the man who killed my family." Karina replies, "You don't have to do this. I found your family. I know where they are. That's what I was trying to tell you." "What? You found my family?" Nathan replied. "I will back up, but she won't." Karina said, "Who?" "Me." A voice coming from behind Karina. Karina gathers up enough strength to get up off the cold gravel ground and turn around to see her assailant. "Who are you?" Karina said. Brittany replies, "Who am I? You've been a living pain in my butt since you came about." "Excuse me," Karina replies with a crazy look on her face. Photosynthesis was angry. She was biting her bottom lip. Her fist was clenched tight. The anger on her face was true. Covalent bonds heard her growling from her closed teeth. Karina said, "What did I ever do to you?" Photosynthesis was fed up, making a motion with her face, while waving off with arms. This meant, "Forget our conversation." She was done talking. She quickly launched at Karina, grabbing her while colliding into a brick wall. Photosynthesis had Karina held up against the wall. She was helpless. Photosynthesis' strength was far superior to her own. As Karina was struggling to break free of Photosynthesis' hold, "Wait." Photosynthesis said. She stopped and looked with a smart smirk on her face. "Oh, this is grand. You're not strong. You're not strong at all. Oh, this is great. Are you serious right now? How did you take down all those bad guys? Good for you." With her head tilted sideways. "That takes a lot of dedication, but that won't help you win this fight." Photosynthesis, realizing her strength is far superior than Karina's, so she launched her across the alley. Karina never fought anyone this powerful before, not like Photosynthesis. As Photosynthesis was walking towards Karina, she was talking highly about herself. "You know, I thought this was going to be a hard battle. I thought you were going to be a pain in my backside, but no, ha ha," while laughing. "This is going to be a breeze. I should have gotten rid of you a long time ago." Karina got to her feet and said, "Not today. I'm not that easy to kill. I can't let this city down, they need me." Photosynthesis was filled with rage when she said that, thinking about the past when everybody was cheering for her. With anger on her face, she said, "I'm going to kill you now, Water Woman." Karina starts forming water inside her two hands to create a powerful blast as Photosynthesis was walking towards her with her cocky attitude and enrage. She quickly launched the water blast at Photosynthesis, knocking her down on her back. Her body was sliding on the cold gravel ground. Photosynthesis quickly got up and launched herself at Karina, knowing that she can't step toe to toe with the pure strength of her. She quickly dodged out the way of Photosynthesis' charge. Karina starts hitting Photosynthesis with water blasts. She was trying everything in her might to take down Photosynthesis, but she kept edging closer to Karina, so Karina wrapped water around her hands and started hitting Photosynthesis in her face. It was doing minimum damage to her. Photosynthesis picked Karina up off the ground by her neck and slammed her into the wall. Karina's ribs cracked. Photosynthesis said, Was that just bones breaking I heard as she was squeezing Karina's neck tighter. Please stop. Please stop. I can barely breathe, Karina replied, struggling to speak. Photosynthesis said. What? Speak louder, I can't hear you. The building where photosynthesis held Water Woman by her neck was falling apart. The electric wires were falling to the ground, sparking as it was moving uncontrollably. Photosynthesis thought for a moment, releasing Karina. Wait, I'll be right back. Photosynthesis went to grab the electrical wire and said, I wonder what will happen if you mix electricity with water. Science time. Photosynthesis quickly thrusts towards Karina and placed the electrical wire on her body. Karina starts fighting the electricity that was flowing through her body. Something strange happened. Her body absorbed the electricity. Her heart began to beat faster. Everything around her began to slow down. Her strength immensely grew. Photosynthesis witnessed the transformation right before her eyes. Karina looked up at her with her electric glowing eyes. Photosynthesis replied, what's going on? Karina said, I don't know, but I'm taking you down. Punches started flying. Karina was able to stand her ground against photosynthesis. Photosynthesis was flabbergasted that Karina's powers grew immensely. Photosynthesis was getting tired. She was exhausted from trading blows with Karina. Karina saw how tired she was, so she hit photosynthesis in the gut, forcing her to fold. Photosynthesis was able to regain her composure and rise back up to get hit with another blow across the face. Karina was getting the best of photosynthesis, but photosynthesis used her strength. I still have one thing over you, Water Woman, and that is my strength. So both of their hands locked tight, their knees bent, struggling back and forth, comparing power. Photosynthesis quickly realized she was being outpowered by Karina. How is this possible? Photosynthesis asked. She had shock and fear on her face. With a powerful look on her face, Karina said, I'm stronger than you now. As photosynthesis was being outpowered, Karina saw her opening point and uppercut photosynthesis into the sky. She quickly launched a water blast, catching photosynthesis in the chest, sending her across town. Attraction waited on Karina to finish fighting. Karina told Attraction they found his family and said to him, come with us. Let's go get your family. Attraction asked Karina to give him a minute to be alone. Photosynthesis woke up to a man nagging in her face, telling her how she is going to jail. Photosynthesis hit him in the head and sent him flying through the sky towards Attraction. Attraction saw a man flying through the sky and caught him in midair. To his surprise, it was the man who had his family killed. Just when he thought he was saved, he felt Attraction's grip tighten around his neck. The man was pleading, asking for forgiveness. Attraction said, no, Miles Carter, and lifted him in the air about 60 feet. Miles knew it was all over, and Attraction released him. Miles fell to his death. Later that day, Attraction went to see Karina. They met up with Melanie too. They found his family located at a government warehouse. Attraction said, thank you both, while he was crying. Attraction finally gave his family the proper burial they deserved. Karina had one more news report on television. She wanted to say something to her fans. Melanie replied, let's do it. So Karina said, her official superhero name is Covalent Bonds, so no more Water Woman name anymore. Melanie said, my hero. She was waiting for a good time to thank her properly for saving her earlier. Brittany was at home looking at the news in the dark. She quoted to herself that I will get you Covalent Bonds. Knock, knock, on her bedroom door. Come in. Then her butler walked in her room to give her a special necklace that can harvest the sun's solar energy, allowing Brittany to draw on the necklace's energy. Ryan gave the necklace to Brittany, and when Brittany put it on, Ryan saw her turn beautiful right before his eyes. Brittany said, thank you for this gift. Ryan replied, now you can go outside at nighttime, because you can harness the solar energy from your necklace. Brittany went for a walk that night and didn't have to worry about her dying skin, since she now had the necklace with solar energy. Later that night, Covalent Bonds came across a new enemy, a man that called himself Virus, and met a new friend also. She was a scientist, and she inherited a lab from her grandfather. Her name is Maggie. Maggie let Covalent Bonds use her lab as a hideout. Chapter 15. Project White Book fused with Project Blue Book. Bring me the specimen, General Clark said. Yes, sir, the faithful soldier replied. Who is our test subject today? General Clark asked. He is an unwilling subject. I just got from outside about an hour ago. He was guarding outside our door with another older man. The faithful soldier said. General Clark replied. How did the experiments go with him? Was he a success? The faithful soldier replies. No, he was not, sir. The dark elixir didn't affect him at all. General Clark said that's okay, because I have another experiment I want you to do to him. Yes, sir. What kind of experiment, sir? The faithful soldier asked. General Clark replied. I want you to take the brain out of his head and put it in a robot that I've created. We will call this Project Armor Bodies. Yes, sir, the faithful soldier replied. Bring him in. The young soldier that had walked through the door willingly have found that he became an unwilling test subject for an experiment. Remove his brain, the faithful soldier said. You heard him screaming in the background as they were cutting open his head and removing his brain. The soldier outside heard his screaming and stood there and did his job. He had no look of terror on his face, no concern of worry. He was calm. The last thing he said was, I told him so. Thank you for listening to my Black Book saga, and more from this collection of books to come. I hope you enjoyed. Stanley Barnard McShann Jr. is the creator and owner of Emagine Comics Universe, and I'm the story reader. My name is Lydia from Talkir. Me and Stanley thank you for watching Covalent Bonds. Stay tuned for the next book of the Black Book saga, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.